Hey everybody, welcome back to Miked Up. It's another little episode we're going to do at our new home of Killer Cars, Monty Studio. We're going to do a photo shoot of these fantastic cars behind us here today. And one of the guys that owns this beast behind me is Ashley, an old friend who's been good enough to come along and join us today and share his awesome 67 big block Camaro with us. Thank you, Ashley.
Thanks for having me along, mate. Appreciate the invite. Fantastic.
No worries at all. Ash is one of those guys that just drops everything whenever you need a hand. He's the first guy to show up and give you a chop out. So I thank you for all the help you give us and Killer Cars. And
love it,
even
mate.
coming here today, I know it's a big effort to bring the car in, and but it looks awesome under the lights, doesn't it?
Oh, it looks fantastic, yeah. I mean, the Corvette looks great, the Camaro looks fantastic, it's a great spot. And yeah, happy to be involved. It's everything you do is done fantastic. So mate, it's good to be part of it. Yeah, cheers, appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Tell us a bit about your beast. We got this black thing behind us that just sits incredible. Like those back wheels, man, what a car.
Mate, it is.
Tell us a bit about it.
Bit of a monster, yeah. I mean, you touched on probably my favourite feature right from the start, which is the back of the car. The back of the car. I mean, it's great all over, but the back of the car, the back wheels, the tyres, the way it's been tubbed, it sits. The stance is perfect, and it looks good from behind. It looks good parked, and it looks good on the road. Obviously, as the footage that you've done for it previously down the ring road, it looks fantastic on the road. Video? Yeah, mate, I love it. It looks fantastic.
And yeah, you're right. Looking at it on the road is just incredible, especially from the back when it pulls away from you. You see just the way that back squats down. It's a beast. Yep. Tell us about what's up front.
Mate, it is a bit of a beast. It's a 496 big block. I bought it like that. I bought it as it is and bought it done, but it hasn't done a lot of work. It hasn't done hardly many miles at all. It's probably done a total of maybe 10, 15 hours in total so far in its life, maybe 20 max. It ticks every box in the sense of right from, for me, a mechanical fuel pump. There's no noise, so it runs a perfect mechanical fuel pump, so no noise. The braking system in it, it's the same as a 2024 model car today. The way it drives, the power steering's perfect. The paint on it is immaculate. The interior is perfect. So every little click, switch, button or thing that you can think of, this ticks absolutely every box.
And we spoke about you having heaps of cars. Ash and I go back so far. Like I think we go back about 30 years, don't we, mate?
We do, mate.
Sort of drifted apart a bit for a while, but then the cars brought us back together.
Correct,
which is cool.
absolutely.
It was probably the cars that brought us together in the first place. I remember you had your Tirana.
Definitely,
I think we were 18 at the time.
Yeah, I remember seeing your grey one, gunmetal grey. I think it was the first time I saw that, and I think I latched onto you and sort of wanted to know a bit more about yours, because I think at the time I was a 16 or 17, 18-year-old, and into the LCs and LJs, and I think that's sort of what got me back to the Camaro, to be honest. It's an American version of an LC LJ with a bit pumped up, if that makes sense.
Sure is, man. This thing's on steroids. Have a look at it.
A bit more pumped up, but it's been a great journey, and obviously it's good to be involved in cars in the way that we are, and your passion brings you back together at some point. So,
and that's the bit that's ironic, and I reckon that's so cool, because the cars are great, but like it's all about people.
Absolutely.
The red trim just sets it off too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see a few around that are black on black, and they do look very good. Yeah. But for me, the red just, it's something you want to look inside of. You know, it's something that you walk up to it and you want to have a closer look with that red interior. And it's not something, we all like something a little bit different. It's not something that you see in a modern car. There's nothing really red around, I guess, is there? So
look at like the dash and the seats and the way it's all, and even again we'll talk about the steering wheel, like HK Monaro steering wheel almost, isn't it? So
it's almost identical steering. 69, 70, same sort of steering wheel, which is fantastic, you know. And you're right, people that going back 10, 15 years ago, you would have ripped that red interior out and redone it black straight away. But exactly right. Which now it's sort of well and truly back in, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. We've got Ashley's amazing black Camaro here with us today at Monty Studio. We're going to have a look under the bonnet now and just show you guys what this thing's all about. Do you mind popping the hood for us, mate?
More than happy to, mate.
Thank you, mate.
For sure.
Wow. It's like opening a box of jewellery, isn't it? Pretty awesome.
Yeah, the outside of the car's fantastic, but when you can pop the bonnet and match it on the inside, it's good. Yeah.
Have a look at that. Like a big block's a big block, but that's a big block. Yeah, like that's a killer.
It's a tough big block, isn't it? You know,
man, look at that. Silver on the air cleaner. I just reckon that's cool. Like it's just a satin silver, runs in with the rocker covers, and there's plenty of black everywhere. You know what I mean? So it just needs that little bit of oomph.
I mean, you normally it's either a black black or chrome, isn't it?
That's
you know?
it. What do you
and
do?
for me, that sort of
Works
matches
perfectly. Works perfectly.
It just makes.
Yeah.
You can find yourself, and it's the same with whether it's the Camaro or the Corvette.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just nice to stand and look.
Admire.
Under bonnets, isn't it? You know.
Well, I've looked at this car a few times, and even just today, I'm noticing things that I think, oh man, you know, and that's probably why. I mean, you bought it and you love it so much because it's just all those 1%ers, as we say.
And we've all driven cars over the years that look fantastic.
True.
But then you get in, you think, I can't wait to get out.
What a bucket of shit!
I can't wait to get out because they pull or they drag on the road or whatever else. Where this is, for me, it's just as enjoyable to drive as it is to look at.
I heard you coming in before. I think everyone heard you coming in before. When you mate, this thing's a beast. Like, it really does.
Can't sneak out or sneak home.
Nah. There's none of that. None of that business. Let's have a quick look inside. Would you mind? Because I mean, the red trim for me is just again something that's amazing. I love these pillarless sort of coupes from the 60s, you know, whether it be Holden, whether it be, you know, Ford, or whether it be GM. But they're pretty awesome. And look at that, it's all pretty factory inside, just your Monster Taco there, your shifter and a couple of gauges. It's beautiful, just spot on. So, guys, that's Ashley's amazing 67 big block Camaro, 496 cubes, big converter, big set of centre lines, nice little wheel tubs, sits just awesome. It's got that amazing presence on the road, and if you have a look at some of the videos we've posted in the past, you'll see this thing in action on the road, and we'll do some more of that, Ash, because this thing just looks too good. We've got to share that with everybody. So, on that note, I thank you again.
Thanks, mate. Thanks
wonderful,
to you. Thanks
wonderful.
to Monty Studios for having me along today. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you spending a bit of time to have a chat about the car. It's great.
Anytime, mate. I can talk all day about this thing, so wonderful. Thank you again, guys. Cheers.
Thanks.